Hi everyone, I'm Lizzie. I read books. Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while since I've talked about books, but I've got quite a few for you here today, and I'm going to go through my predicted July TBR to be read. I have a mix of fiction, non-fiction. I even have a surprise. Okay, let's dive into it. So I am currently in the midst of reading, and it's June 30th as I film. So in July, I'd like to finish Everybody by Olivia Liang. Olivia Liang, I always mess that up. She's an incredible essayist, and just it's nonfiction. It tells the story of what it's like to be in a body, and so there's been a lot of talk about Freud and sexuality and the kind of beginnings of studying that in relation to psychology and formation of self, etc. So it's been a good read so far. I'm slowly getting my way through it and hope to finish it in July. The surprise I mentioned, hopefully you're still around, is actually a book in Spanish. So if you don't know this about me, I've studied Spanish since high school, so a little over 10 years now, more than 10 years. And I figured I'm ready to maybe dip my toes into reading a novel. I'm gonna have to read it really slowly, stop for comprehension checks, unlike in English as much, but excited to check this out. So this is set in Puerto Rico in 2017, and it's based in the aftermath and like during and then the aftermath of Hurricane Maria. So super excited to have my first novel in Spanish. Then the next few are actually library books, and some of them I probably won't fully get to, but we'll see. So one is the oft-cited Me and White Supremacy. This got circulated a lot in 2020, if I'm not mistaken, certainly because of the uprisings and just, the focus on racial justice. New spotlight. So I know this is filled with a lot of journaling prompts, and I know I have in the past saved a bunch that I came across in other means, but it'd be nice to use this as a workbook for a little bit and then as a jumping off point. I personally find it really helpful to have a myriad of sources. I actually just read a different book that busted open just the kind of ideas and like how we are even, or how white people especially are framing diversity, equity, and inclusion work. So to me, this is a must read, but it is also not the only read in this realm. All right, queer, Twin Cities. Yep, as you know, I live in the Twin Cities. I've known for a really long time that been a site of resistance and organizing for queer rights. This, I'm sure, delves into more. I think it even highlights a oral history project. So, critical collection of essays on Minnesota's vibrant queer communities, past and present. Though I am curious now when this was published. Copyright 2010. So a lot has happened in the past 13 years, hasn't it? But even so, I love, especially this time of year, Happy Pride, delving into stories of queer ancestors and queer communities. So excited to give this a read, and I know I've kept it out from the library. I'm sorry other people trying to check it out. I will rectify that. Next, I actually have two books by one of my favorite authors, Jesmyn. I cried so much and adore the writing in her memoir. These are two of her novels, Salvage and Where the Line Bleeds. I don't know so much about these, though I understand all of Jesmyn Ward's work is set in the same town in Mississippi's Gulf Coast. So, super excited to just kind of sit in this space. Guess you'll find out what I think of them. I've really coveted the other cover for in like edition of Salvage, like the dog on the cover, and just really like its font for some reason. But for now, I have this copy because it does match this one and the memoir, which is called Men We Reaped, if you're curious. Next, I have a pick from my, if you were to look at my Goodreads account, this probably ranks as the oldest shelved on my TBR. Like I said, I would read it maybe in like 2018 or so. And I finally have the copy. It's Bell Hooks. I know I'm in for something good with her. And yeah, this is set. This is nonfiction. Everyone needs to be loved and be loved, even men. But to know love, men must be able to look at the ways the patriarchal culture keeps them from knowing themselves. So, excited to read this. Keep waving my books around. 2 more, if I get to them. I think I likely won't. My pace is slower. But if I do, I would love to read How We Show Up, which is, the subtitle is Reclaiming Family, Friendship, and Community. Yet another nonfiction. You know I love nonfiction here. And it's, I've heard Mia Birdsong, the author, talk on various podcasts, and always articulate and has compelling ideas, and I am always thinking about communion and bringing people together and what that looks like. So, super excited to give this a read. Alright, lastly, I have Greedy, Notes from a Bisexual Who Wants Too Much. If you have read this, please let me know, and let me know if I should prioritize it more than another book. Okay, that's my July TBR. What's on your July TBR? What are you going to read this month? Are you going to read this month? Or are you traveling a lot? Let me know in the comments, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.